Hey everybody, I'm playing Heyday today, and it's been pretty fun. We're doing the derby, and it's a special derby that offers you tasks for 400 points. Like here's a truck task, a fishing task, and a basket task. The basket task, this one is an angler task. You have to get 60 pounds of fish and 14 hats and 11 blackberry muffins to complete that basket task, which isn't very hard. It can be done if you're prepared, and I will show you how to be really prepared. But first, we want to get rid of all these ones that are not 400 because we want to win. We want to be able to place in the top 3. If you don't place in the top 3, you really don't get the good prizes or a chance at the trophies, stuff like that. If you place in the top 3, you get 3 extra prizes at the end of the derby, which is pretty cool. Sometimes they're not worth it. Sometimes they're pretty great. You just never know. See, so here we have 2 days and 16 hours left in the derby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm on my 7th one out of 9. So, and also at the end of the doing 9 tasks, you are able to purchase an extra task for 10 diamonds if you'd like. Some neighborhoods require it. Our neighborhood does not. We have a very friendly, easygoing neighborhood, but also a competitive neighborhood. So I do it all the time, but just because I like doing the task, I get done usually 2 days before the derby's over, and so I'm kind of bored and I just want to do it. So I wanted to show you something here. This is the birdhouse, and it's the neighborhood request. So I'm requesting this fabric here, and I usually request things that are really simple, like wheat or corn, something like that. But I'm really out of the fabric because I am preparing my machine here with the hats. So my machine is taken up full of hats, and I cannot make fabric. But right here, if you go to your main house, you can see right down here, if you a generous giver, there's a generous giver, and then you can win this archway with the gate if you donate 4,000 items. See, I've donated 1,781 out of 4,000. I guess I'm not much of a generous giver. Anyway, I am requesting it to give other people opportunity, and hopefully they'll do that in return, and I will have the items that they need. And so I wanted to show you how to do this. You want to prepare your machines for your derby. I usually do this in between derbies, and what you want to do is you kind of take a look at the tasks that are coming up that are usually there, and they're always there. It's always like candle tasks or the toffee task. Usually it's apple juice. Now, I don't know why I made a bunch of tomato juice, but I did. And then a lot of times it's these cheese sandwiches or honey toast or whatever they are. And there's almost always, vanilla ice cream task. Either it's in a basket or it's alone. And so what you want to do is fill up your barn. And I know it's kind of a a scary thing to fill up your barn, but I really love to do it. So I'm going to fill up my barn with something. See, I have 1,292 out of 13. So I want to fill up my barn. I have to do that. See, that's tricky because you get 3 out of the feed task and not just 1. So you have to pay attention to that. Even though it says, oh, you know, your barn is full, it's not really, because you have 2 more items that you need to fill it up with. So, okay, 1,300 out of 13. So my barn is full now, and I can go back to these. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I can go back to one of these, like, say, my toffee. And I see it will not collect that toffee because my barn is full. So I want to make another toffee. So I have 3 making, and probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 on the machine to collect when there's a toffee task that comes up. So since I've made that toffee, I need to replace it with 2 items. See, there's $12.99 out of 1,300. So that was 1 item. And let me see if I can find another item. Oh, no, I don't want that. I don't want to collect that because I'm making a lot of those for the basket task that is right here. In case nobody else takes it, I will be prepared because I have made the hats. I'm making the the blackberry muffins, and I can fish. So I don't want to collect that. So I'll go over here and collect these. So $12.99, 1,300. My barn is full again. So I can go, what was I going to make? I think I'm going to make maybe a candle. So see, I have 3 making and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on my machine. So I'm really ahead of the game. People, you have to do this because what's happening is, I don't know what's happening, but in the derbies, I will show you, in the derbies, people are getting to 1st place, 2nd place, and 3rd place in the 1st day. Yeah, you heard it. 1st day. They must be rich and overflowing with diamonds. That's all I have to say. No one can do that without diamonds, I wouldn't think. Unless they are, I don't know, super derbyists. I don't know, whatever. But I'm not that desperate. So they got up there like the 1st, maybe the 2nd day. And there's almost, 2.5 days left in the derby. We are in 9th place. Oh well, it's fun. So what's happening over here is it's registering that I have a request in the birdhouse. It never used to alert me on my request, but for some reason it's doing that now. They must have a reason, so I don't know what it is. Anyway, one more thing I wanted to show you before I go was once your barn is full, see, I don't want to collect any of these. I don't want to collect any of those because there's a lot of goat cheese pie and a lot of whatever those cakes are. What are those? Cream cheese something cake. They look good, whatever they are. So I don't want to collect those, so I'm going to go ahead and collect what chickens I can. Okay, 13. My barn is full again. So I want to go back here and show you if I can. Here. So here's the tomato juice, right? If I I go to collect it, obviously my barn is full, so it's not going to collect the tomato juice. I will click on it. Oh shoot, can't do it. Already put apple juice. That's not a good example. Let me see. I may not have one. Anyway, I'll walk you through it. So if I click on this, it will not collect the tomato juice. But if I go to make the tomato juice, this is very complicated. It loses my sister when I try to tell her. Even if I show her, it still loses her. So if I go to make any of these items, because they're coming from crops, because the ingredients is a crop ingredient, I can just make without going and filling my barn up again and again. So it will not collect anything on that machine as long as I'm making something, excuse me, out of the crops with the crop ingredients. So I thought that was really interesting. I think I'm going to go over that one more time when I am able to have more of an example. Now these guys here, I know it was one last thing, but these guys here, this patronage 3, sell goods to visiting customers 2,500 times. Now I try to do that, but they usually ask for all my saws, and well, this one's not doing too bad, but obviously I don't have that because my machine is full of tomato juice, and then I'm doing apple juice. So I'm going to go ahead and send them away. And this one, I could make more rice, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and leave her there though for now. The thing is, well, I'll just save it for another one. I have something to say about these guys. I have something to say about these guys. So we'll figure it out later. I'll talk to you later on the heyday. Thank you. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye.